Okay, we're joined by Stuart Hogg. Stuart, BT Sport announced that they're coming on board to the Glasgow front of shirt today. What do you think about the deal?
It's absolutely brilliant. To have such a high brand as sponsoring us, that's a fantastic feeling, and it's going to look good in the front of the shirt.
I think it's really good to have such a well-known brand and nationally known. It's really good for Edinburgh and Glasgow, Scottish Rugby in general. They're really strong group they've been going for a long time, so to have them backing both pro teams, it's great to have, and shows a lot of faith in both teams and where they can go and where they believe that both teams can go.
We've just announced the 4-year deal with BT Sport today. Tell us how important that is for the organisation.
It's a landmark sponsorship deal for Scottish Rugby and two pro teams, and to have a deal such as this with a global leader is fantastic news for us.
You talk about that global leader, that's huge significance, this sponsorship deal. How do you see that sponsorship affecting the two pro teams in positive ways?
I think it's first and foremost it's a vote of confidence in the strategy of investing in the pro teams. I think it's a vote of confidence in the pro teams themselves from BT. They see them as a conduit to build their brand of BT Sport, and I think from our point of view it's going to help us market the two pro teams and also be able to attract players and fans alike.
We're absolutely delighted to be here in Glasgow today to announce that we become an official sponsor and partner with Scottish Rugby. Our new BT Sport channel logo will appear on the shirts of the two Scottish Rugby clubs, Edinburgh and Glasgow, and we've also agreed a broader partnership with Scottish Rugby, both around the national team and around the clubs. It's a long-term deal, and it's part of our wider investment in rugby as we look to establish our new sports channels in the marketplace.
It's a new sponsor, it's a new kit this season. It'll be a whole new look for Edinburgh. Do you think that'll help kind of rebrand yourselves and go out there and with a fresh start off last season?
Yeah, I think so. I think we needed, we've had a very disappointing season, and we need to leave that behind us. So little things like this will help, not just for the players, but also for the supporters and the crowds in general. I think we've got a lot to make up for, and if we can rebrand ourselves and move forward as a new team and a new entity, then that might make a difference.
It's always nice coming into a new season with a little bit of a change. We've obviously got the Macron who've come in and supplying our kit now, and to get BT in the front of it will show that we're going in the right direction.
It was a conscious decision that we took to not have a sponsor in the front of Glasgow last year, because we wanted to wait for the right partner to come up, and we knew that the Edinburgh shirt was going to become available to the market this coming season. So we took to the market Glasgow and Edinburgh at the same time as an opportunity for a blue chip company to get involved with, and we're thrilled that we've managed to secure BT Group, a fantastically large company with great investment behind them, and a company that will really help us develop the brand of Glasgow Warriors and Edinburgh Rugby even further. So it's exciting times for Scottish Rugby, and it's exciting times, we think, for both those professional clubs.
And finally, you talked about bringing that sponsorship to life. What at these early stages do you see that the activation will look like?
Well, one of the many things that BT are fabulous at are promotion, and so we'll expect to see that Glasgow and Edinburgh are promoted to their audience of BT customers across the whole of the UK, and particularly in Scotland, and particularly across the central belt in Scotland. So access to their database, access to their marketing expertise can be extremely helpful. Another thing we'll look at is Wi-Fi for the stadiums here at Scotstoun and at Murrayfield. I know BT are very keen to come and have a chat to us about how we can enhance the supporters' matchday experience through enhancements in Wi-Fi. So we'll have those discussions in due course.
We serve the whole country, from the top of Shetland down to the borders. Great interest in rugby, and I see in a broader sense this is going to help promote rugby generally, and certainly as Scots we know that fitness in society is a big thing, and anything to do with sport, and particularly a national sport like rugby, is going to be key. So as part of the 4-year deal, I'm looking to see not just commercial value out of the sponsorship arrangement, but I think more broadly BT Scotland and the SRU working together to really drive rugby participation throughout Scotland. I hope that many of my colleagues, employees who, we do big volunteering programmes in the company, and including rugby already, obviously, the nature of things, I want to see that grow. So I think it's just about strengthening that relationship, not just with the two pro teams, but really just growing Scottish rugby as a whole.